What's up? Um, I want to talk about what it means to be beautiful, right? This is what it means to be beautiful. This right here, this little cat, this is beautiful. Um, so most of us struggle with body image, self-consciousness. I know I personally do, and I also struggle with body dysmorphia, which is where, like no matter how you look, you tend to see yourself in a really hideous light. And whatever hideous means to you is how, you'll view yourself. For me, I always tend to see myself as much bigger than what I actually am. I don't see myself the way that I actually am. And I'm beautiful. There are some days where I feel prettier than others. There are some days where I feel just absolutely hideous, or I don't feel like anything. I never really know until that day starts. But I do want to talk about some things that really are what is beauty. Um, the main thing is confidence. That's what I'd say number one is. You got to be confident in yourself. Even if you have messed up teeth, you got acne. I struggle with cystic. I still struggle with the scarring and some pimples here and there. I struggle with cystic acne. I struggle with my weight. I've been anorexic. I've been, I go through purging and binging. I go through that kind of a thing all the time. So the one thing that I had to really learn was just confidence in myself. And that really does help. Even if you're not feeling good, as long as you get up and you kind of say to yourself, you don't look in the mirror constantly. Don't try to change what you see in the image. Just sit there and be like, I am perfect. I am beautiful just as I am. And then go about your day and continue to think about that. Don't keep looking in the mirror and go, oh, that's not what I want to look like or whatever. I'd say the next thing that beauty is, it comes down to what your heart is and, on the inside, as cliche as that sounds. But that really is what true beauty is, at least to me. It doesn't matter what you look like. It matters how you are part of this planet, You could be the most attractive person on the planet, physically. But if you are littering, you are careless, you abuse people, you abuse yourself, that's not beautiful. That's ugly. Doesn't matter what the outside shell looks like. Let's say another thing that I consider beautiful is this cat right here. I'm sorry, she's just so beautiful. You're just so pretty, you know that. Another thing that I consider to be true beauty is what you do for how you treat yourself. Self-love is difficult to start, and when you do start, it comes off as very selfish. At least in my case, I had to learn to kind of say, fuck what everybody thinks of me, fuck what I think of me. What am I? The goods, the bads, the uglies, the miserable. What is the truth about me? And I had to accept that, and that is absolutely beautiful. To be able to go about your everyday and accept your bad attitude and accept your bad viewpoint and go, okay, this is what I have in front of me. This is what's in my head. This is what I've been given. This is what I've created, I suppose. And then from there, from accepting the uglies inside yourself, from accepting the terrible things about yourself, instead of constantly hating on yourself and just going, this is me. I am this. I am this hideous part. You don't like it? This is me, I did it in a much more aggressive way than I think most do, but it doesn't have to be so complicated is what I'm trying to say. And I'm sorry I don't have an editing thing. I'm still figuring all that out, but maybe it's good to watch a unedited video once in a while. I'm going off track. Anyway, I was very aggressive about it. I had to accept what was ugly about me, and I had to like it. That's what I told myself when I first was learning how to self-love. I was like, okay, well, I'm curious about this or that. I do like this when most people don't, or I have an anger problem, or I have an attitude problem, or I have, a problem with people, or this type of race. You gotta really accept what is ugly about yourself and then go, okay, now what? Once you're able to see it, and instead of going, you're just dying inside from hatred and disgust in yourself and self-loathing. Once you go, this is me, and that's okay. This is what I've been given, right? I didn't ask to be here, and this is what we got. Then you can kind of move forward. That's the most beautiful thing, in my opinion, when you accept the ugly, and then you're able to grow from that. You're able to move forward in that. That is beautiful. Yeah. I don't really know what else I want to say. I just kind of lost my train of thought. But, if you are a type of person that's clicking on this video because you're feeling ugly today, or you've been told you're ugly, or you're young and impressionable, and, you're just trying to find your way and you don't feel right in your body, or whatever. There's a million different reasons why people feel the way that they do about their bodies and who they are and what they look like. I just want to say that you shouldn't worry about it. Honestly, it means the littlest amount in this whole world. The thing that matters least is appearance. And that's something that us humans tend to put way up here. And we really shouldn't, because we got children dying of cancer. We got animals being abused. We got genocide happening. Labor camps happening. Sex trafficking. We got pollution. We got, so many terrible, terrible things. And I want you not to dwell on the terrible things, but to, instead of focusing on what this is, because this is literally nothing in comparison to what you are. This is nothing about who you are at all. This is nothing. People see this and know that it's you. This is the defining quality of you. This is like, okay, that's Sam, right? This is Sam. I see her, I know that that's her. But do I really know Sam just by looking here? No. So, try to focus. I guess what I'd say today is try to focus on something good you like about yourself, and one thing that you don't like about yourself. And if it is your look, I'd say pick something else. Something interior. Think of something that's on the inside that you don't like. So, for example, for me, things that I like about one thing that I like about myself, and one thing that I don't like about myself on the inside, not physical. One thing that I like about myself is I'm incredibly empathetic. And I'm able to feel people's emotions and energies, and I'm really able to connect on that level. One thing I really don't like about myself is my social anxiety and the problems I go through on a daily basis with communication. That's something that continues to pop up out at me and show me, and it starts to tear me down, because I feel really ugly when I know that this is something that I still am struggling with, communication. I've gotten a lot better. But, as long as I can accept that that's one thing that I don't like, and I'm not talking about my exterior at all. I no longer, there are days where I care more than others, but yeah. So I implore you, whoever you are that is watching, if ever, to think of one thing. If you're feeling a certain type of way about your physical, think of one thing that you love about yourself inside, and one thing that you don't like about yourself inside. Don't focus on this part. And then once you start working on those interior things, you start praising yourself for the good that you like and continuing to upbuild it and do it more, and you continue to accept the things that you don't like about yourself, and you start to adjust and change to a way that you do like. That's when you really start to feel beautiful. Anyway, I hope this was motivational, helpful, whatever it may be. I'm Sammy J, and I'm just trying to spread love, spread peace in any way that I can, and just be open and honest. And sometimes that's not loving or peaceful, and that's the truth. Anyway, in other news, No, I'm not trying to take pictures. Oh, no, I can't turn around. That's May May. And she the best cricket-eating monster you never ever seen. Right, May May? Peace out, dudes.